Okay, in this cryptosm, I noticed that on the far left, A here, that means B plus B equals to A, and there's no carryover. If there's no carryover, that means B is less than or equal to 4. Okay, it cannot be even a 5 because 5 plus 5 has a carryover. All right, so we can narrow down the search for B. And also B cannot be 0 because if you add 0, 0, 0 on the far right here, that tells you A is equal to 0, and that is impossible. Okay, so B is less than or equal to 4, and B is not 0. So let's try all of them. Let me try from the smallest value. B equals to 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That means A is 7. No carryover. Then that means like it's 7 all the way here. Everywhere is 7 and so on. D. That means 6D ends in 7. And it is impossible because 6 times anything is an even number. So this is impossible. B equals to 2 now. So 2 times 7, that is a 14. That means A has to be a 4. Okay, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and so on. Carry over 1. Let's examine this part. 6D. So A is 4, and 6D plus carry over 1 ends in 4. That means 6D alone ends in a 3. So it can't be odd number again. So this is impossible. All right, B equals to 3 now. So 3 times 7 is 21. So that tells us that A is equal to 1. B is 3, A is 21. And take a look at this one. This is impossible because B is 3. 3 plus 3, cannot be a 1. Well, I'll have to forget about that. What about B equals to 4? 4 times 7 is 28. So A is 8 with a carryover 2. D, so 6D plus 2, ends in 8. That means 6D ends in 6. So 6D ends in 6 could be 6 or 36. So that tells us that D is 1 or D is 6. Okay. Now, if D is a 1, so let's see. So let's try it. So there's no carryover. Okay, so D is a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 like that, and 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 like that. Okay. So what about E? 5E ends in 8. Wow, this is impossible because multiple 5 ends in 0 or 5. So we can also forget about this one. Okay, so forget about this. So it looks like this is more like a possible one because we don't have other choices. So for now, we know that B is 4, A is 8, and we're quite sure that D is 6, but let's just try it out. 6, 6, 6, and so on, and so on, 6, 6, 6, and so on, and so on. Okay. All right. So 36 plus 2, 38. So carry over 3. Now for E, that means 5E plus carry over 3 ends in 8. That means 5E ends in 5. That means E could be a 1 or 3 or 5 or 7 or 9, the odd multiples of 5. So we can examine each one of them. So could E be a 1? Now, if E is a 1, okay, so add up to 8 and no carryover. Then I have 4 times 6, 24. But wait a minute, 8 is 8, right? So E cannot be 1. Can E be 3? Okay, so 15 plus 3, 18, carry over 1. But this is like 25, not an 8 either. What about E is a 5, so it will be like 28, carry over 2. 26, no, doesn't work. How about 7? 7 is like 38, so carry over 3. And then this will give you 27, not an 8. Lastly, this should work now, okay? So 9, so it's like carry over 4, okay? And then this will get you 28. And that makes sense. That works, okay? So E is 9. Then what about C now? So now we have 3C plus 2 ends in 8, okay? That means 3C ends in 6. And there's only one possible solution. C is equal to 2. So finally, we work out that A, B, C, D, E is 8, 4, 2, 6, and 9.